Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There are three places where we can have a freedom to remain. One is the world that we are experiencing. Most of us are living there. The things become very important, the relations become very important, and our whole life is lived only for either acquisition and possessions or getting lost in the relations. This is the field of experience. Either we can remain there. Some of us remain not there, but all the experiences that we have gathered through our life, the experience is the place where we stay. And such people are all the time living in their past. They are no more living in the present. So whenever they are interacting with the present world, situations, events, they immediately flash back. During our childhood, it was not like that. So the second place where we get entangled in life is the experiences that we have gathered in our life. Now the third place where we have the choice to remain is the experiencer. All the time only I. This you can observe. When people are talking on any topic in a group discussion, so if one person completes something, the second person will start immediately without a pause where I was involved. Watch this. Wherever I is not involved, we are not interested. See? The old people don't understand this. They are all the time talking about their experiences where I was involved. But we don't understand the world around us. They are not interested in our past. And then such people feel hurt. See, I am telling my experience for their benefit. Experience cannot be transferred. Otherwise, I will take nice food, I say, food is very good, you don't have to eat. No, experience cannot be transferred. So these are the three places. Either the field of experience or the experiences of the field or the experiencer. Till such time we are entangled in this. For us, spiritual practice will be only at the periphery of our personality, far away from the truth. But when we are able to change our vision, and what is the change in the vision? Drushtim jnanamayam krutva pashyet brahmamayam jagat sa drushti paramodara nanasa gravalokini. Change the vision. Drushti means the vision. So there are how many possible visions? First is a relative vision. In that vision, I versus you is the criteria. To understand this, an example will make it easier to comprehend. Wave against wave, I versus you. So whenever I versus you is the vision, a relative vision, then there is competition, jealousy, comparison, frustration, friendship, enemy, etc. There can't be peace over here. Now the second vision will be the wave is looking up to the ocean. The individual has come out of these competitions with each other. Now he is standing in front of the Lord, his creator. The second standpoint. So when the wave is looking at the ocean, what will happen? Number one, there won't be competition. There won't be jealousy. There won't be any fight. So, out of an ordinary person, initially a devotee is to be born. See? This is very important. So, after this is done for a sufficient period of time, and who is a devotee who is engaged in Upasana? In Upasana, all our physical, mental, intellectual and talking, all activities are centered around the Lord. So, yad yat karma karomi tat tad akhilam shambho tavaradhana. Activities are offered at the feet of the Lord. So, whatever I am doing is done for the Lord. Now, whenever we do anything for the Lord, it has to be perfect. It has to be the best. See? Then, when we talk about the Lord. When we chant the Lord's name, no other thing. And when we think about how He is, what He is, how grateful we are to Him. In this manner, the Upasana helps a person to funnel his thoughts to a single point. Now he is no more extrovertedly thinking here and there. So see the evolution. First vision is I versus you. Second vision is I versus my Lord. And when such a devotee becomes sufficiently mature enough, then his vision changes. What is his vision? As the ocean looks at the wave, what will be the vision of the wave, ocean? Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya. For the ocean, there is nobody dear and not dear. Remains totally indifferent. This is how the third stage in the life of a seeker is, that a seeker has risen above the biasness of likes and dislikes towards things and beings in this world. He has gone beyond the individualities and come to that which is a common denominator, samashti. Then the last vision. What will be the experience of the water towards the ocean and the waves? What will be our vision towards the waker, the waking world and the waking experiences? From the water's point of view, ocean doesn't exist. From the water's point of view, waves do not exist. From the water's point of view, ocean is not the cause. From the water's point of view, waves are not the effect. From the water's point of view, cause and effect are illusions. Come back to this. When we thus come to this, the waker, the waking experiences and the waking world, all three of them are eliminated by me. They come and go, nothing happens to me. Then the next vision, the dreamer, dream world and the dream experiences, they come and go, nothing happens to me. This is the drishti which is mentioned here in this shloka. Drishtim jnanamayim krutva. Otherwise, if you simply take the translation, having attained the vision of wisdom, one should look upon the world as Brahman. It's just a translation from Sanskrit to English. It won't make any difference. See, drishtim jnanamayim krutva. So what will be the impact of this? Impact will be, none of the worldly things will ever disturb us, as the sugar cane doesn't suffer from diabetes. Nothing will ever disturb. How simple life becomes. This is what is said here. Drushti jnanamayam krutva pashyet brahmamayam jagat. Now look upon the whole world as nothing but Paramatma. Now see Ishavasya Upanishad. This is the vision given to the seeker. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha magrudakasya siddhanam. When we look upon the world as none other than the Paramatma, then what will happen? The bhoga pravrutti will disappear. See? And second thing, magrudaha kasya siddhanam, we will not be possessive of the things in this world. These two things will happen. This is the meaning is Drushti jnanamayam krutvam pashyet brahmamayam jagat sa drushti paramodara. That is the correct vision. That is the supreme vision. Na nasa grahava lokini. Not the one where you keep on looking at the tip of the nose and then keep on scratching. Dittari. What to do? Then pull it little bit. You can imagine those who have got a flat nose like Chinese, what will you do? Gaya kya? Hai kya? Those who have got long nose like the Kashmiris, they will be able to see it even by closed eyes. So, sa drushti paramodara na nasa gravalokini. That is the meaning of the real vision. Not only looking here, looking there, or doing trataka. No, that is not the meaning. Because here we are grown out of the relative existence, then the devotions, then the attainment of the higher state, and going beyond all. These are the four stages which are mentioned here. Drushti jnanamayam krutva pashyet brahmamayam jagat. Then the second meaning of the vision is Drashtu darshana drushyanam viramo yatra va bhaved drushti tatraiva kartavya na nasa gravalokini. See? Drashtu darshana drushyanam viramo yatra va bhaved, or the other meaning of the drishti is where the seer, seen and seeing disappears. That experience where the knower, known, and the knowledge of the known, this triputi does not appear, that is the ultimate vision. See? And we don't have to do anything. But the problem with the yoga is do. See? The whole spiritual practice is undoing of all what we have been doing. We don't have to become divine. It is unbecoming. And therefore, again and again we remain aware in this. How to practice this? When anything happens, any object of experience comes, a flower is in front of us. The flower is seen, but a seer is not born. What does it mean? It means there are no comments about what is seen. Like the mirror does not comment on who is standing in front of the mirror. No comment, no evaluation, no memory, no impression formation, no nothing. Meaning an experience where experiencer is not allowed to be born. This is the vision. Drashtu darshana drushyanam viramo yatra va bhavet drushti tatraiva kartavya. Now remain in this awareness. And for that, like yesterday we did the example, sound, silence. Sound, silence. So, sounds are heard by the ears and we become hearer. But the silence cannot be heard by the ears. See? But we still experience the silence. But there again we get caught up. Because what is silence? Absence of sound. There also sound is there in the form of absence. And therefore, such people get obsessed with the silence. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Silence, silence. But the truth is, whether there is a sound or there is a silence, neither the hearer of the sound is born, nor the experiencer of the silence is born. Sa drishti paramodara na nasa gravalokini. Otherwise, keep on looking at the tip of the nose and scratch the nose. So, drishti tatraiva kartavya na nasa gravalokini. Therefore, we don't have to do anything. Wherever you are sitting, just immediately, instantaneously you can start. This experience is exactly as the mirror will have the experience when anything is standing in front of the mirror. Whether it's a man or woman, young or old, whether it is water or fire, whether it is a flower or a fool, it makes no difference. That is why it is said, Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat na cha anyayena cha pruchataha janan apihi medhavi jadaval lokamacharet. Lead your life in this world like a dumb. Let the people think we are dumb because we don't talk. Than giving them confirmation by opening our mouth. It's better. Bandi mutti sawa lakh. Then chittadi sarva bhaveshu brahmatvenaiva bhavanad nirodha sarva vrittinam pranayamassa uchyate. Now here, pranayam is indicated. Normally pranayam is understood as purak pranayam, rechak pranayam and kumbhak pranayam. These are the basic three pranayams. And then there are so many of them. Then Anulom Vilom is there, then Bhasrika is there, and then Kapal Bhati is there, then Agnisar is there, so many of them. Now here, let us take from the knowledge point of view, what do we mean by pranayam? Chittadi sarva bhaveshu brahmatvenaiva bhavanat. Chittadi sarva bhaveshu. See. Only one bhavana. Bhavana means what? Like our present bhavana is what? I am a man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am Gujarati, I am Marathi. This is bhavana. In the same manner, this bhavana, aham brahmasmi. So the mind will be completely withdrawn back to yourself. And it will be dissolved in erasing the concept of inside and outside. The purpose of pranayama is this only. When pranayama is properly done, the identification with the body becomes weaker and weaker. And ultimately it leads to a position where the notion that I am inside the body and the world is outside the body, this line of demarcation with reference to the contour line of our body, it gets erased. And this is our experience. In the deep sleep, when we are no more identified with the body, thereafter the concept of in and out is invalid. So that time we are inside the body or outside the body. We are inside the room or outside the room. Space disappears. Then the time disappears. Whether we are in 2018 or 2019. No. Then the object disappears. Whether we are a man or a woman. Only by one technique. And the technique is, we are no more identified with the body. So, although we are not identified with the body in the dream, we are not identified with the body in the deep sleep, we are not identified with the body in the samadhi, yet we continue to exist. Therefore, our existence is independent of the identification with any upadhi. See, when my father died, nothing happened to me, the man. And also, nothing happened to me, the son who was. When my wife disappeared, nothing happened to me, the man, as well as the husband. Nothing happened to man because he is the reality. Nothing happened to husband because he is an illusion. Think. The more you contemplate on this, then we will understand this meaning that chittadi sarva bhaveshu brahmatvenaiva bhavanat. Be attentive. Brahmatvenaiva bhavanat means what? Brahma bruhatvat, that which is bigger than the biggest. Now what is in our knowledge at present? What is the biggest thing in the world? The biggest thing in the world, gross way, is the space. Everything is in the space. So do this bhavana of the space. Mind cannot survive without names and forms. When the forms are dropped, the mind dissolves. When the sounds are dropped, the mind disappears. And therefore, the mind is somehow or the other either bringing the element of forms or element of sounds. And therefore, Brahmatvenaiva Bhavanat is this technique. Make space as the object of awareness. See, when you do this, your body becomes still, your breathing becomes extremely slow and shallow. Two things happen. And that is what is called as pranayam here. See? Therefore, chittadi sarva bhaveshu brahmatvenaiva bhavanat nirodha sarva vrittinam. That which is finite can be repeated. Infinite cannot be repeated. Day-to-day examples, experiences. Take the name of the Lord. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. You can repeat it. Now try to repeat the silence. You can't repeat. Because sounds are created, therefore they are finite. After some time they disappear. Silence is not created. It is the absence of the sounds. And therefore, thoughts cannot be formed. Thoughts require a content. What is a thought or a vritti? Thought is, or vritti is, something like this. Take an example. This example I gave you a few days before. If a thorn goes in our foot and we are not aware of it, after 1 or 2 days, that foreign body which has entered our foot, our tissues will start reacting. And as a result, that area where the foreign body has entered will become very tender, will become swollen, will become warm or hot, and it will become painful. And then our attention will go through that place. What happened here? Why it is giving so much of pain? And then you discover there is a thorn sitting over there. So what will be our interaction? Immediately remove the foreign body. When the foreign body, the thorn is removed, you don't have to do anything. In due time, again, the tissues will come back to their normal position like a rubber band. When you pull it, it is pulled. It has become long. And when you leave the pull, it comes back to the normal without any efforts. Exactly the same way, when a foreign body enters the mind, that inflamed area of the mind is called as a desire or a thought or a vritti. And that foreign body is creating the problem. See? For example, you want a particular thing. See? So how the foreign body enters? The foreign body enters in the form of importance or value that we have given to things. And once we have given that value or importance to the things, that thing has entered our mind. And that area where that thing is sitting is called as a vritti. So, a husband will be all the time thinking about the wife, the mother will be thinking about the son, because that foreign body has entered over there. Now, I being a sannyasi, I cannot think about wife. There is no foreign body. So, I cannot be miserable because of the wife. Think. Therefore, when we train our mind to entertain absence as an object of awareness, Viramaha sarvavrittinam. The old habit of our mind, constantly a chatterbox. If there is nobody to talk, we don't care. We talk to ourselves all the time. Kok, 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 kok. And we get frustrated. Therefore, here, nirodha sarvavrittinam pranayama sauchyate. So this is the technique. Only by forcing the mind, no thought, and keep on tying down. Just to try to stop the thought formation in the mind without proper understanding is like an effort to collect the spilled mercury on the marble floor by your hand. Try. Whole life you can't do it. See, friends, all these yogi students, you ask them sincerely, let them swear by themselves, not us. Have they attained chitta vritti nirodha? They have not. It is not possible. See? And once you understand this simple secret, then what will happen? Be attentive. Chitta vrittis may be there or may not be there. It makes no difference to us. See? Initially, when we learn driving, we have got a big problem of reversing the car. See? Big problem. But once we are expert, then doesn't matter what kind of road is there, what kind of place is there, what kind of traffic is there. No problem. In the same manner, once you understand the secret, then there is no problem of any thought. Let the thoughts come and go, who cares? That is the real meaning of nirodha sarvavrittinam. Presence of the thoughts is not the problem. Getting influenced by those thoughts create the problem. Like seeing by the eyes is not the problem. Not seeing by the eyes is the problem. Unable to hear by the ears is a problem. If we are able to hear, it's not a problem. Exactly the same way. Thoughts in the mind is not a problem. But when we get carried away by the thoughts, then the problems begin. This is the meaning of real pranayam. Therefore, chittadi sarva bhaveshu brahmatvenaiva bhavanat. Make silence as object of awareness. And one day, by God's grace, we'll come to discover when we are aware of the silence, we have transcended the sense organs. We have gone beyond the ears. What is beyond ears? Is the mind. Mind expressing through the ears is hearing ability. But when we are listening or hearing to the silence, we have dropped the sounds, therefore we have dropped the ears, we have come to the mind. And when we remain in the mind for a longer period of time, again a problem crops up. We become intolerant to any sound. Therefore you will see many places, many ashrams, the big board, very noisy boards, keep silence, keep silence. See? One day, many years before, this happened in Tiruvannamalai. There is one Lord Shiva's temple, very beautiful, very huge, big temple. And after my darshan, I was just standing near some pillar and some people were there. And one Westerner came with his family or husband or wife, whatever. And he came and he asked me, "Are you a priest?" I said, "Whatever you call it is okay." He said, "Why the children are running around and why they are making noise?" I said, "You ask them, I don't know." "But this is the temple, it should be calm and quiet." I said, "Temple is a place of God and God is happiness. Therefore children are happy here. Therefore they are running and shouting and doing everything because they are all happy. Can you observe happiness in a condolence mode?" See? But then he said, "But in our churches when we go, it is not so noisy." I said, "Then you go there. We didn't invite you." And then he said, "But why it is like that?" I said, "I'll talk to you, but no discussion. I don't entertain any discussion." I said, "Here is God, all happiness. There is a dead body hanging. How can you be happy there? You can never be happy when somebody is dead. No. See, friends, presence or absence of thoughts is not the issue. The issue is, are we identified and get influenced by that? That is important. See, my friends, therefore, nirodha sarva vrittinam pranayamasya uchyate. So first we discard the sounds, come to the silence. And then we don't get hooked up in the silence. We go beyond that. Then alone the truth is revealed. Yamai vecha vrunute tena labhyaha tasyecha atma virunate dhanum swam. If some of you may be remembering, we used to have earlier radio Ceylon. No tape recorder, no nothing. And the stations also used to be very weak, not proper, and lot of noise, khur. And suppose a particular song of your choice comes. See? Mera jutta hai Japani. Suppose that song is coming. And you are not going to get it again. You have got no choice. So that time you will fight with the radio. No. We will be indifferent to the noise and listen only to the song. Maja aa gaya. Why? Because you are not listening to the noise. Choice is there. Selective hearing. When we thus understand and practice, that is called as the nirodha sarva vrittinam pranayamasya uchyate. Now, continuing this pranayam further. Nishedhanam prapanchasya rechakakya samirataha brahmai vasmiti ya vritti purako vayu uchyate. In pranayam, there are two activities, rather three activities. Breathing in, breathing out, and holding the breath either inside or outside. When the breath is held inside, it is called as antarkumbhak. When the breath is held outside, it is called as bahikumbhak. Therefore, now let us take one by one. Nishedhanam prapanchasya rechakakya samiritaha. Rechaka means emptying. That means breathing out. What we have to breathe out? Nishedhanam prapanchasya. The objective world is discarded. Now how to discard the objective world? Only through wisdom, not by any other means. One way of discarding the objective world is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. This world is an illusion. And what is an illusion? Which demands For its experience, n number of factors. If those n number of factors are not available, illusion cannot happen. See? You cannot see the mirage waters in the evening. It has to be the noon time when the sun rays are hitting the earth perpendicular in a very hot day, then only the mirage waters appear. Exactly the same way, this waking world appears only when we are identified with the body. If we are not identified with the body, where is this world? See? That is why when the husbands sleep, why they snore? They don't belong to this world. See? Because whole day when they are identified with the body, they are not allowed to talk. So that suffocation continues inside. And when they are in deep sleep, maybe wife is sleeping nest, who cares, I am no more husband. And karr continues. And nobody does snoring hurriedly. There is no hurry. Because this world doesn't exist. So for the appearance of this world, the condition is body identification. Exactly the same way, for the appearance of the dream, identification with the modifications of the mind is called as the dream. So do we ever mourn or celebrate when something bad has happened in the dream or something good has happened in the dream? No. It doesn't exist. As much we take the dream as an illusion, equally so the waking has to be taken as an illusion. Because both the experiences, waking or the dream, they are happening on the same platform of mind. So one experience by the mind we take as real, and other experience of the mind we take as unreal. How can you say like that? See? Experience doesn't happen to the body. Experience happens only to the mind. See, my lips are not talking. It's the mind that is talking. Your drums are not hearing. But mind is also not hearing. Mind has gone somewhere already. See, friends. Therefore, Nishedhanam prapanchasya rechakakya samiritaha. This is one way. Negate the world. And when we negate something, when we look at the illusions, we don't suffer. We enjoy. But at the same time, we don't desire the illusions. Watch it again and again in your own life. When we see the mirage waters, we enjoy, we talk about it. But do we go with a bucket and fill in little water? No, we know it's not real, it's only appearance. See, friends, the more we work on this thing, the world will never be a botheration for us. See? Now the second way, Nishedhanam prapanchasya. Whatever is recognized as other than the self, only about that there is a desire. I cannot desire about myself. Like eyes cannot see themselves. Eyes can see everything else. I can desire only about something which is other than I. And when we take this stand, Everything is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma, including me. If everything is Paramatma, who will desire what? See, in the commentary of the word Atma in Aittiriya Upanishad of Rigveda, Bhagavan Shankaracharya deciphers the word Atma. Atma means what? The one who eats and the one that is eaten. The experiencer and the experienced. Both of them are the same reality. And when this stand we take, we can never desire about ourselves. Put these two things together. Whether you take world as an illusion or you take the world as your own expanse, in both the conditions, the result will be common. You will be free from the desires. Freedom from desire is God realization. In Prashnopanishad it is said that Ahar Ahar Brahma Gamayati. Whenever we are in deep sleep, we are one with the Lord. No desires. And if we look within, we come to know that we all suffer only because of the desires. And what is a desire? Like a thought? Something has entered in our heart, in our mind, and a reaction is happening. The reaction is called the desire. So when the desire is fulfilled, reaction is removed. Again we are back to normal. And what is back to normal? Happy. One morning, the husband and wife decided to go for a nice exhibition. So they went. And when they were going, the wife said, you know, last night I dreamt that you have purchased a nice diamond necklace for me. Very good, very good. No, but when are you going to really purchase? Husband said, in tomorrow's dream. Any desire you have, you are miserable. Any desire. Desire to do good to others is also making you miserable. There is nothing like a good desire. Like there is nothing like a good Taliban. See? Desire is only desire. Therefore, Nishedhanam prapanchasya rechakakya samiritaha. Then, Purak pranayam is what? Brahmaivasmi tijavrutti purako vayu uchyate. In our spiritual practice, there are two things basically. One is vidhi and second is nishedha. Vidhi nishedha. Nishedha means what we are not, we reject it. Na tvam deho nendriyani na prano na manonadhi vikaritvad vinashitvad drishyatvad cha gatoyata. You cannot be all the panchakoshas because they are like a pot. What is a pot? Pot is drishyatvad, is an object of knowledge. Vikaritvad, subject to modification. Vinashyatvad, subject to destruction. Is it not all the panchakoshas have got these three qualities? They are object of knowledge, they are subject to modification, and they are subject to destruction. Either accept yourself to be a pot or don't accept yourself to be the panchakoshas. This is called a nishedha. So, this was nishedha. Then what is the assertion? Assertion is Brahmaivasmiti yavrutti. So when we are rejected, all the panchakosha, then what happens? Nothing. No. You are there. See, just to make this point, we are always present. We can never be absent. And this point is brought out in our scriptures. See, We are told, you are suffering in this life because in the last life you have done some mischief. And because of that karma phala, you are suffering. Now what do we understand by this? And what we should understand? So we start blaming ourselves. Oh, why did I do the bad thing last life? But now I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The effect will come. Then behave properly now. Otherwise next life again the same problem will come. See? Now, this is not the purpose. Purpose is, when the present body was not there, we were existing in other form and did mischief. So our existence is independent of this body. When this body dies, whatever mischief we have done in this life, to suffer those mischiefs, we will be taking another body. This body will never suffer again. Once it is burned, who is going to suffer? So what is the conclusion of this discussion? We existed before the present body was born. We are in the present body. When the present body is discarded, we continue to exist and suffer in the next body. Therefore, we are unbroken, continuous existence. Where is the place for absence and death? See, friends, but all the time the same thing, Swamiji, what happens after death? Arre yaar, when you are alive, nothing has happened. What can happen after death? What happens after death? People will be happy. Thank God, one God. Spread happiness. Therefore, Brahmaivasmitya vritti purako vayu uchyate. This one essential divine self I am, assert. Start playing. Like the children play, husband, wife, brother and sister, they play. They are just playing, they don't become husband and wife. Although they are playing husband and wife, they are still happy. See? But you people become miserable because of husband and wife. You only play. How to play? Don't take wife seriously. This thing I think I told you. One wife was talking to her husband and husband was busy reading something. So she said, look here, I am thinking of cutting my hair. They are too long. It is very difficult for me to maintain. Cut. Husband said, no, but you know, my mother will not like it if I cut my hair. Don't cut. But now these days, this is a fashion. Everybody is having a short hair, then cut. But you know, such long hairs we will never get again, then don't cut. Cut, don't cut, going on. And finally, she decided, okay, what should we make for vegetable in the evening? Cut. Who is listening? Life will become cheerful and happy. In the same manner, start playing. What you have to play? Aham Brahmasmi. So when you start playing Brahmasmi, what is Brahman? Brahman doesn't get influenced by anything. So, somebody calls you fool, never mind. You tell them that I am from Maharashtra. Maharashtra, there is no simple food. You call a Maharashtrian Murkha, they don't like it. Mahamurkha, this is okay now. Because in Maharashtra, everything is Maha. Murkhata also Maha. But somebody calls us something and we take it seriously. See, friends, second aspect, Brahman is not opposed to anything. Now observe, are we not that? Waking comes and goes, we are not opposed. Dream comes and goes, we are not opposed. Deep sleep comes and goes, we are not opposed. Samadhi begins and ends, we are the same. This unopposed presence is our essential nature. Insist. But don't tell others. Otherwise, Brahman Aya. They start making fun of you. If you are going through immigration and they'll ask you, what's your name? Brahman. What is your date of birth? Unborn. What is your nationality? I am beyond all nations. See, no. When we are conducting ourselves in the life, conduct a normal way. You don't have to become extraordinary by giving foolish answers. So, Brahmaivasmi tiya vritti purako vayu uchyate. Then, now Kumbhaka pranayam comes. Tatastad vritti naischalyam kumbhakaha pranasayamaha. Now, once we have practiced this vritti, aham brahmasmi, then vritti naischalyam. Now there is no doubt left whatsoever. Like at this moment, we have no doubt whatsoever that I am this body. Even Brahmaji comes and tells us, excuse me, you are not the body. You are not the body. See? To the same intensity and firmness, tataha tadvritti naischalyam kumbhakaha pranamirit sayyama. Kumbhak means what? There are three types of kumbhaks, I told you. Bahir kumbhak, antar kumbhak, and the third is called as kevala kumbhak. In bahir kumbhak, efforts are involved. You breathe out and hold the air outside. Don't allow pravesha nishedh. Keep it outside. There also the question, Swamiji, how long should we hold the breath outside? 1 hour. Try whatever you can do. Similarly, the second one is breathe in and hold. In both of them, there are efforts involved. The third one is kevala kumbhak. When prana spandana stops, when thinking is completely suspended, there is no need for breathing. And therefore, the breathing also gets suspended. This is exactly the state in hibernation. Like, these polar bears, like if you see in Alaska, 6 months they are in hibernation. And 6 months they keep on eating, and so much they accumulate. And then when the winter starts, then they bury themselves under the ice or the snow and remain there for next 6 months. That is their nirvikalpa samadhi. Kevala kumbhak, no efforts. And as a result, life becomes effortless. Effortlessness in life is God realization. Wherever there are efforts, somebody is there. When there are no efforts, nobody is there. Like when we have got asthma, efforts are there. I am suffering because of this asthma. I don't know what to do. But when we are normal, breathing, we don't even think that we are breathing. See? And therefore, one of the signs of the wise people is this spontaneity in expression. Once a group of people were meeting Anandamayi Ma in Varanasi. And many people will go to meet her, but she is in Samadhi. So they will go back. Again, sometime they will go, again she is in Samadhi. And once in a while she is not in Samadhi. So the people like us, reading the books and thinking of spirituality, they used to ask her a question. Amma, you are in this Samadhi, is it Nirvikalpa Samadhi or Savikalpa Samadhi? She said, I am not educated, I don't understand, you decide. No labeling. But what practice you have to do? What is the meaning of practice? I don't do anything. I am always in the same state. No, but is it the Utthana or entering the Samadhi? What is the Utthana and what is the entry? This question is like asked to the space. Space, you are inside the pot. Do you feel you are suffocated? Space will say, what pot? What inside? Inside and outside, only space. See, this effortlessness in life is called as Kevala Kumbhak. So, tatastha vritti naishchalyam kumbhakaha prana sayyamaha ayam chapi prabuddhanam ajnanam grahana pidanam. But this is for the wise people we are talking about. But those who are ignorant, only holding on to the nose, and pranayam, daba nose, hold it, how long? See? The real spiritual practice is more effortless we are nearer to the divine. See? Effortlessness, Patanjali's words, Prayatna Shaitilya. And it can happen only Ananta Samapatti-bhyam when one merges in the infinite. There are efforts on the part of the waters when they are flowing in the river to reach the ocean. But once they reach the ocean, there are no efforts and yet there is a movement. So the movement of the waters in the river is a necessity and the movement of the waters in the ocean is a fulfillment. See, friends. Therefore, wise people do not live in this world to achieve anything. Their life is a fulfillment. And we are all struggling for fulfilling our desires. One desire after second desire, third desire, there is no end to the desires. And to whom the desires come? Those who are still holding on to the body and the world. If it is heavily raining outside, you sit and then put a quilt around you. Do you think you will keep quiet, take Lord's name? Forget about it. Then there will be Akashvani. This is the time if a nice cup of tea is available. What a joy it will be. Your Akashvani is heard by the wife. And a poor lady, she will prepare the cup of tea. It's not, please take. You take that. Are you satisfied? Only tea. Pakoda nahi bante kya? One desire tea followed by pakoda desire. Pakoda. Mirchi nahi hai kya? Third desire. There is no end. We have to draw a line. Thus far, not further. Then only the fulfillment comes in life, not otherwise. Therefore, ayam chapi prabuddhanam ajnanam grahana pidanam. And those ignorant people, they will be holding the nose this way. and then this way. And doing it alternatively, a time comes and we forget. अरे किधर से खींचा था किधर? It always happens to me. I can never remember. Grahana pidana means then troubling the nose, hanging on the nose. Therefore, Vishayeshu Atmatam Društva Manasa Chintaranjanam Pratyaharasya Vidneyo Abhyasaniyo Mumuru. Now, hereafter, the next spiritual yogic practice is Pratyahar. Now, Pratyahar is, be attentive, world is outside. World enters our mind through the gateways of sense organs and organs of action. And Paranchikhani Vetrudat Swayambhu Tasmat Paran Pashyati Nantaratman Kaschit Dhiraha Pratyagatmanam Action Avrutta Chakshuhu Amrutatvam Icchan. By default, our sense organs are extrovert by default. It is something like if you go and stand near the window and somebody objects, what are you seeing outside? No, I am seeing inside the house. To see the inside the house, you don't have to go to the window. In the same manner, till such time, we are seated in our sense organs, which are the windows of our personality, we will be extrovert. Paranchikhani Vetruna Swayambhu. Swayambhu, this is how by default we are like that. Tasmat, therefore, Paran Pashyati. Therefore, we are continuously extrovert and looking at the world only. Then, Kaschit Dhiraha, rare indeed is the one. Avrutta Chakshu, he now withdraws all his sense organs and organs of action. Avrutta Chakshu. Why? Amrutatvam Icchan. Now he is no more seeking the filthy world of names and forms. He is seeking something higher. So here, this is the theme. The world is eaten by the sense organ. Therefore, ahara. Ahara means eating. Eyes are eating the colors and forms, etc. Pratyahara means not eating. Meaning, the worldly objects are not allowed to enter the mind through the sense organs because avrutta chakshuhu, sense organs are closed. And when the world doesn't enter our mind, it doesn't create desire. The other day, I went to, in Coimbatore I think, I went to a mall. I normally go to the malls. Temples I have seen sufficient. So when we went there, I saw a Galaxy Note 9, big board. So I told my, hey, let's go and see what it is. Till that I had not seen, there is no desire to go and see. See? Whenever any object enters our mind through sense organs, immediately desire has to be born. So what is to be done? Close your eyes. And that closure of the eyes effortlessly and willfully is called as pratyahar. This is the technique used by the advertisement firms on the TV. They will be putting the advertisement. This is a specially non-stick pan. If you buy this thing, buy one, get a dozen free because they are not sold. See? And then normally MRP is so much, but if you order right now, it will be so cheap. When these ammas listen this thing, do you think they will keep quiet? Immediately cut. And then the whole dukan comes. What will you do with that? See? Therefore, first, the world enters through the sense organs in our mind. That is called as janati. We know. Then after that, the next reaction is ichchati. We desire. And the third thing is vi karoti. To fulfill the desire, we put efforts. Therefore, pratyahara is one of the most important spiritual practice. Do not allow the world to enter in your mind. So what is to be done? Stop keeping awake late at night and watching the unwanted, useless shows. All horror movies we watch at night and go to sleep. Do you think Krishna will come in your dream? And the next day, with great difficulty, Shambhavi Mudra. And somehow we drag through. So important it is. Second thing, many of us unnecessarily waste time, energy and opportunity by observing, seeing, listening to. During the prime time, the main issues are discussed by the horrible people called as the politicians. And you keep on saying, and they are barking at you. But how much interest we take that? See? These two things, if you stop, you will get tremendous peace within. Don't waste your time in reading the political news. You should be politically alive, no doubt. So, whatever you have decided and found out the right type of person, vote and keep quiet. See? Therefore, Visheshu Atmatam Drushta Manasaha Chittaranjanam Pratyaharasya Vidneyo Abhyasariyo Mumru. Now, how can this be practiced by the wise man? This is a still deeper topic. We will take it tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.